Dear students, in this video I am taking the case 2 of sensitivity analysis 2 and 3. That means when we are changing CJs as well as AIJ. Fine. So we are taking 2 and 3 simultaneously. And these are changes done with respect to the variable xj column. Fine. So suppose the old value is CJ. Here is the change in delta CJ. So this will be the updated value. Similarly, this is the old Aij, jth column entry. This is the change delta Aij. Then this is the updated value. Fine. Then, if you remember the formulae, then we have to use this formulae. These are the formulae. You will see. These are the four formulae. 1, 2, 3 and 4. Here, there is no delta Aij used or Cj used. So, we will not use this formula. Similarly, here in the second formula, there is no delta Aij or Cj, so we will not use this formula. Here, delta Aij is used, delta Aij is used, and delta Cj is used. So that's why we will use third and fourth formula in these cases. Fine. So here, first we will use formula number 3. Formula number 3. Delta Aj is evaluated with the data. This is the y1, y2, ym dual variable values. You can easily read from the optimum table. This is already given to you, delta Cij. Then with the help of calculation, you can easily find out the update, delta Aij, and then incorporate in the table. Similarly, you can find out this is the inverse matrix. This is the delta Aij column. Just multiply and then get this change and then incorporate this change in the table. Fine. So this is the procedure. Let us see a problem. Let us see the problem. So this is already given to you here. First you have to find out this value with the help of inverse matrix. That means this is the formula number 4 and this is with the help of formula number 3. Fine. So we have to use this formula. Now, after getting this delta Aij, that means here if you apply formula number 4, then you get this column. That means update in this type of column. Then delta Cj Ij is that nothing but the change in that. So within using these two formula, you can entirely revise the column corresponding to the jth variable, the Aij's as well as Zj minus Cj. So entire column is revised and this is the entire column. This is with the help, this is the actual optimum table value corresponding to the jth variable. This is in the z row value and this is the revised with the help of formula number 4. This is with the help of formula number 3. So revise this column, then add these two and this is the updated value. New, old and change. This change is calculated with the help of formula number 3 and 4. I think you understand. Now we will take the problem. So let us take the problem as this. This is the problem which we have already taken in previous case when we revised the value from 12 to 24. So this is the revised problem. So this is the problem. We have added slack and surplus variable x3, x4, x5. So we get this table. So this is the initial table. This is the initial table. Here are the x4, x3, x4, x5, x. So this is the initial table and this is the identity matrix. Now we have applied simplex method and get this second table. So we call it as first table number 1. This is the table number 2, which is the final optimal table. Fine. This is the final optimal table and this matrix, as this is identity matrix, at the same place we are getting the inverse matrix. These are the y1 star, y2 star, y3 star and this is z1 star minus c1, z2 star minus c2. Fine. Which will be used in the formula number 3 and 4. Fine. So this is the problem. Now first problem is A. In optimum table x1, you can see this in the optimum table, x3, x2 and x4, these are the basic variables. However, x1 and x5, they are non-basic variables. So here in optimum table x1 is a non-basic variable, obviously, because x1 is not listed here, so it's a non-basic variable. So let c1 is changed from 3 to 4. What is c1? c1 is the coefficient of x1 in the objective function. This is 3. So now this 3 is replaced by 4, and a31 is what? Coefficient of x1 in third constraint, that means here. This is a31, this is a31, third constraint coefficient of x1. In third constraint, coefficient of x1 is denoted by a31. Fine. So this is replaced from 3 to 2. So here is 3. Now we want to change this value as 2. So what are the changes? So in C1, change is from 3 to 4. That means 4 minus 3 is 1. Similarly, change in a31 is 3 to 2. That means 2 minus 3 is minus 1. Fine. So here we are changing. In this column, we want to do some changes. Fine. So what were the changes? Since you can see that in this column, we are having a11, a21, a31, and then z1 star minus c1. So a11, there is no change in a11, so that's why value is 0. There is no change in a21, that's why value is 0. But the change in a31 is 2 minus 3 is minus 1. Fine. So now, based on this, we are having this column. Delta a11 is 0, a21 is 0, a31 is minus 1. Minus 1 is from here. Minus 1 is this. So this is minus 1. So now we will use formula number 4. Use this formula number 4. So what is this formula? The change in a11, a21, a31 star is equals to the inverse matrix multiply by this change. What is this? Inverse matrix. This is the inverse matrix. This is the inverse matrix. So this is this matrix. So this is the matrix, inverse matrix, multiply by this change 0, 0, minus 1, 0, 0, minus 1. Multiply, so we get this value. This is the change. Fine. So now similarly apply formula number 3. So here is delta z1 star minus c1 is equals to y1 star, y2 star, y3 star multiply by this column minus delta c1. So here is y1 star, y2 star, y3 star. According to this table, this is y1 star, y2 star, y3, 0, 0, 5 by 2. So 0, 0, 5 by 2. Multiply by this delta a1, delta a2, delta a3, which is 0, 0, minus 1. So 0, 0, minus 1. Minus delta c1. Delta c1 we have already evaluated. Delta c1. 4 minus 3 is 1. So this is 1. Substitute these values, so we get minus 7 by 2. This is the change. Fine. So now after doing this, we have to update the columns. We have to update the columns. So this is the updation. We have to update the columns. So this is the, so here is the update. This is the old column. This is the updated value. What are the old column? According to the table, if you will see, old is 1, 3 by 2 minus 3 and 9 by 2. This is the old. This is the old. This is the old. In table number 2, this is the old. So that's why written here 1, 3 by 2 minus 3, 9 by 2. Plus change. Change is, we have already calculated this change and this change. So incorporated here. So 1, 1 minus 2. This is the change. This is the change. 0 minus half and 1. This is the old. This is the change. 0 minus half and 1, 0 minus half and 1, and minus 7 by 2 is this, minus 7 by 2. So after doing this change, just add these two. So we get 1, 1 minus 2 and 1. Fine. Now substitute this in the table. So what is the table? You can see this is the optimum table number 2. So here we have copied this as it is, except this column. Now here in place of this we should use this revised 1, 1 minus 2 and 1. 1, 1 minus 2 and 1. Remaining are as it is same except this column. This column is changed with this column. And now you can see this column is now, this is a non-basic column. So it's still a non-basic column. There is positive value, so still optimum. Still optimum. And that's why there is no need to do any change, and this is the optimum solution as it is same. So solution is same, and solution is 0, x1 is 0, x2 is 9, and maximum z is 45. There is no change in the solution. Fine. Now we will discuss the second case or second example on the same case, when variable is a basic variable. In this case which we have taken, variable was a non-basic variable. Variable here you can see that x1 is a non-basic variable. Now we will take the case when variable is a basic variable. Fine. And we will see this case in the next video. Thank you.